I got to go chase what's for me.
Right.
And if I achieve it, great. If I don't, great. Talk about it early enough in our beginning.
Yeah.
When we get to our middle, we can look back and say, how are we doing?
Yeah.
Got older, put some distance between the old me and the new me that I'm becoming. I see what we call errors of our ways.
Wow. Yeah. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Keisha Parris Show. I am here with my guest, John Goodwin, who is a licensed mental health clinician. Hi, John, and welcome to the Keisha Parris Show.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you? Good. Awesome. So let's talk. How was your day?
My day was pretty good.
That's good?
I survived it.
Okay.
Got a little more to do, but we'll make it through.
Okay, awesome. You said you survived it. What does that mean?
I'm here. What I do is not exhausting. I think most part that in a day is, all my days are the same. I talk to people.
Okay.
I live a dream life. You know what I mean by that? I get to do whatever my purpose is.
That's good.
And so I wake up every day looking forward to talking to somebody. I don't know whether I'm going to help them. I don't know what the situation may be, but I know I'm going to put myself in position to do whatever that is.
That's good. So you love what you do?
Absolutely. So one of the things that I've said is, if you could live for free, if you didn't have to pay for anything, what would you do each day?
Mm-hmm.
The other part of that is, if you're creative, whomever you choose to believe in, sat at the foot of your bed and said, why should I wake you in the morning? I'm doing what I would do for free, and I wake up every morning doing what I would do.
Wow, that's amazing. Yes. That's amazing that you can wake up every morning and say, you know what, I'm doing exactly what I love to do. You know, and you said it has to do with your purpose.
Yes. So I read a little bit of Purpose-Driven Life, had no understanding what that was. And then one day, about 2008, situation went where I was able to go back to school because I wrote something. Someone thought it was a college-type paper. I hadn't been to college. I'm an old man. I graduated in 1984, but I go back to school in 2008. Spent 10 years online.
Wow.
While I'm working full-time. And I realized that my purpose was talking to people, which I had done my entire life. I'm one of the fortunate people who, from the moment I went to school as a kindergarten till I graduated 12th grade, I got in trouble every single year for talking and listening to somebody else.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. That sounds like my son.
But now people pay me to talk to people.
Wow.
And listen to somebody else. So what I used to get in trouble for, now they pay me.
Now they pay you to do it.
Now they pay me to do it.
Maybe my son might be a therapist. You never know.
Never know.
You never know.
Never know.
Okay, so you are a father of 5.
Yes, I'm a father of 5. Beautiful situation. I have, and it's hard to say it because my 2 stepchildren are mine. So I'd say 3 Bala, but they're mine. Mind, body, and soul. I've even, say this for the first time, I've even been jealous of their relationship, especially my youngest son with his biological father.
Right, really?
Yeah, he's mine.
You raised him.
I raised him. You was there, but that's still my child. So
right.
That's how I look at him.
Oh, okay.
So I look at all of them. But, I haven't been the best father, and I can't say I did the best that I could. I'm greater now than I was then.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that you are greater now? What could have you done better as a father, and let's just talk to all the fathers who are out there.
So sometimes as we as fathers, we move selfishly.
Mm-hmm.
We focus on what we want,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes we forget that we were given children to take care of.
Mm.
We move in a way that I call providerism.
Say that again.
Providerism.
Providerism.
So providerism is this.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I shelter you, clothe you, and feed you,
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking care of you and I love you.
Mm.
But there's so much more to being a father than that.
And that, yes.
And I was not that for them early.
Mm.
They had a lot of what they had all what they needed,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of what they might have wanted. But the conversations that I give other children today that is not mine, I did not give my children.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How I speak to children today, young adults, I didn't speak to mine like that. I wasn't present beyond being in the house.
Yeah, yeah.
And so there's a difference. Some absentee father, but sometimes your absentee father is right there in the bedroom.
It's right there in the house. Yeah.
And so that would have been me, how I would view.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, my children would say, well, Daddy, you was here, you was there. I said, but it's when I was out there in the street that things changed.
Yeah, yeah.
I wasn't doing what I should have been doing when I should have been doing.
Right at the time. Yeah.
Yeah, so as I matured, got older,
Mm-hmm.
put some distance between the old me and the new me that I'm becoming,
Mm-hmm.
I see what we call errors of our ways.
Wow. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't have a problem talking about it.
That's good. So let's talk about the error of your ways. Let's talk about the old you and the new you. What would you say what would you rather, the 25-year-old you or the 85-year-old you? And let me clarify that. Would you rather talk to the 25-year-old you or the 85-year-old you?
Sitting here at 57,
Mm-hmm.
and I can go back and talk to the 25-year-old me,
Mm-hmm.
we most definitely would say no to what we said yes to.
Mm.
We definitely would take the left instead of taking that right. And we would have had conversations that we chose not to have. At 25 years old, even though I had wife, 3 kids, and even here recently, I've always been fearful.
Mm-hmm.
I move, I walk in fear of disappointment.
Yeah.
I don't do well with that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I would put myself in situations to where my decision making was not based upon what I needed and wanted for myself, but what somebody else might have needed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so when you move like that, you make mistakes.
It's true. It's true.
I call it living off somebody else's blueprint.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have a blueprint for your life, where you would like for it to go, in which direction you like for it to take it.
Mm-hmm.
I never formulated my own.
Mm-hmm.
I always lived to what somebody else thought was best for me.
Right. Right.
And when you do that, when you get a moment to hide in the shadows and do your own thing, you sometimes will choose the wrong thing.
True. True.
So the 57-year-old me talking to the 25-year-old me would say, you're getting ready to cause a lot of heartache and pain, not just for yourself, but for those who love and care for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if the 85-year-old me is what I call what I would like for my life to look like.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes when I'm talking to couples, myself, individuals, I'm looking at the blueprint. So the blueprint of life is what's on the front is the first page of what your life is supposed to be.
Right.
But if you turn to the last page, it's also the same.
Yeah.
So if I'm 85, I'm looking back and I'm saying, okay, you are where you should be.
Yeah.
I want to be 85 years old. I want to be able to say, I spoke to the 10,000 people, 10,000 men at one time. I would like to say I was there to see my grandson or my great-grandson graduate. I would like for them to say that I was a great person. I'm very egotistical in the manner that I would like to affect the world so much that when I do die, they have my funeral in an auditorium.
Right. Right.
That's where I'm looking at.
Right.
So if I'm 85 talking back,
Yeah.
it's like, you did it, son.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
you didn't do this. You recovered.
Yeah, yeah.
I realized I can recover, and I've been recovering and doing much better over the long haul. I'm still becoming.
Yeah, yeah.
And as long as I'm becoming, I know that I'm making the necessary changes.
Changes. Oh my God. Oh my God. So if I was to talk about the 25-year-old me, boy, I would have made so many different changes in my life. Because, I have this show. And to be honest, this is something that I've always wanted to do. It's something I've always envisioned myself doing for a very, very long time. I remember telling my aunt in Barbados, her name is Auntie Kay, I said, I'm going to become one of the ambassadors of Barbados one day, and my name is going to be heard all over this world for good, not for bad, but for good. And I remember, just being, and I'm about to be a little vulnerable right now. So I was in a 16-year marriage. My ex-husband would say 15 years because the last year wasn't really a marriage. But I was in a 15-year marriage where I felt stuck, where I felt like I couldn't breathe, I couldn't go anywhere. And he is a good person, right? Let that be known. He's a great person, a great father. But I don't think that he was good for me because I felt stifled. I felt, okay, that my only duty is to just be here, to be his wife and a father and a mother to his children. And that will be my life. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't see myself going anywhere else, even though I had these big dreams, even though I had these big aspirations. I couldn't see any way out other than going to work and I'm making money and coming back home and paying bills. And I felt like all of my dreams are going to be stifled. And the decision to leave was a hard decision, but I kind of did it for me. For the first time in my life, I put myself first.
Okay, one of your situations, what I would say, everybody can't go up the mountain.
Right.
Whatever your dreams, whatever your destination is, sometimes people come into your life, they're for that moment. Actually, people come into your life and they can be forever.
Right, right.
But individuals have to realize that I need to give you more than what I truly want to, mm-hmm. but I love you enough to do so. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that he didn't.
Right.
I'm not saying what that situation is.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we move selfishly. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And sometimes because of what we're bringing, what I call historicals, into the relationship,
yeah,
we make it impossible because you haven't really healed yourself. You're not whole. I'm not whole. And so therefore we can't be complete. Mm. So whatever your dreams are and wherever you're trying to get to, which is the top of that mountain, sometimes people just got to stay at that base camp. Mm. And we'll meet back here, and we'll be co-parents, we'll be friends, but I got to leave you. So I got to go chase what's for me.
Right.
And if I achieve it, great. If I don't, great. Because at least I know I tried.
Right, right.
That's how I look at that.
Mm. So if you try and you fail,
there's no such thing as failure and trying in the same sentence.
Say that again.
There's no such thing as failure and try in the same sentence.
Wow, okay. You got to break that one down. What do you mean?
Failure is to sit still knowing that you can do something.
Ooh.
So if you choose to sit there and do nothing, you have failed yourself. But if you get up and try and you are unsuccessful, all that was a learning experience to do it differently.
Mm. Oh, wow. So are you saying to me that if I start something and it doesn't come to fruition or how I wanted it to end up, I didn't fail?
How? What's the failure part?
Wow. If it wasn't successful.
What is success?
Oh my
Now
God.
you got to see, one of the things that we're talking about, what are you measuring it against? Are you measuring against the fact that you tried? I'm an Olympic athlete, want to be. I go to the trials. I don't make the team because I finished 4th in the country. Now you're going to say I failed?
Wow.
Out of everybody that competes in this sport in this country, I was 4th.
Wow.
And you're going to put failure on my name? When you sat there and you didn't even try because you didn't even believe that you could even make the team. I thought I could make the team and I didn't. You thought you couldn't make the team and you didn't try. You failed. My success level might not have been as great as those 3 in front of me, but you can't diminish what I accomplished.
Wow. Wow.
That's life.
That is life. That is, wow. That is life. Oh my God. Man, I feel like if I'm in a session because I listen, like in my head, I've started, okay, I graduated from college, but during my time going to college, when I started, it took me 9 years to get that degree. And throughout that time, I felt like I was a failure. I was like, oh my God. I remember telling my friend Jackie, I said, I don't think I'm ever going to get this degree.
You walking across that stage, they put that degree in your hand.
Yes.
Where was failure then?
It was nowhere to be found.
That's what we talk about.
Jesus.
What difference does it make how long it takes? As long as you attempt it, you tried, and you make it, but you attempt it.
Yes.
Because some people don't try.
Yeah.
I went to school 10 years. I love when people tell me, man, online school is this. I went to school 10 years online. Every course. Hard.
Yeah.
Full-time job, full-time family.
Yeah. Yeah.
But where I sit today,
Yeah. Yeah.
that seemed like a falling star that it was just a flash of memory.
Yes. Oh my God.
So when you achieve whatever you're trying to achieve and it does come to fruition, we sort of forget the stress, the agony, all the stuff, the pain that came with it.
Yes. Yes.
It was worth the effort.
It was worth the effort.
It would have been worth the effort if something happened in my life and I didn't make it as far as getting a degree, because I remember when I didn't have one college credit.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Life is perception.
Okay.
You get to perceive how you see it, how you view it. It's just your imagination. Everything moving forward. Everything moving forward is nothing more. Everything about your tomorrow is nothing more than your imagination.
Wow.
That's not mine. This is the person I listen to. But once he said it and it went into my mind, I'm going, wait a minute. We get to imagine anything. And most of the positive stuff we imagine is because we had positive experiences.
Yeah.
Most of the negative stuff that we imagine
Yeah.
is because of the negative
Experiences. My God.
And when you sit in your moment of now, you get to choose.
Yes. So we got to live in the present.
It's now.
Now.
Historical negatives can also be fuel for positives if you so choose. I sit here as a man growing up between my 6th and 7th grade year. My nickname, and I love my dad, he's not here, but my nickname was Zero. Amount to 0. I got pictures of that man being so proud of me standing in my my gown, cap and gown, with this big old smile on his face, and not once did I tell him, look what 0 did. Because why would I take his joy from it?
Right.
But that was fuel. It also caused me to never be satisfied and never think that I've achieved. So while joy might come in the morning, it don't last long for me.
Okay.
Because I'm always thinking, not good enough. So
Yeah.
the same fuel that burns me, that causes me to climb higher, is also the same thing that causes me to just sin.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
And having learned how to balance that,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like I said earlier when we was talking, that's what I meant when sitting in my sessions and talking and helping.
Yeah.
That's the fantasy. But once that's over, I got to walk back into the reality and the negative belief that has been poured into myself. And I got to walk around that, knowing that I didn't do well enough. I could have did this better. I shouldn't have hurt this person. I shouldn't have lived like this.
Yeah.
And man, when is the next session so I can go back and get out of this world?
Right. I feel you. Because I'm there too, especially with relationships. You said that relationships are built on trust and not love. Now, I want us to dig into that a little bit because
most of us believe you can fall in love. So the way I explain it to now, so if I meet somebody, I can move into space with them and we can put our money together. The only reason we're going to put our money together and make this work, you don't have to love me. You just have to trust me. If you're going to share your emotions and your mentality with me and you think I'm going to validate your statements, what you're feeling, you don't have to love me. You have to trust that I'm going to do that. If we're going somewhere in this relationship, you don't have to love me to go with me to that destination. We can build whatever. All you have to do is trust me. If you trust me, we can do anything.
interesting.
If you trust me, you can love me, and I can mess over the money all day long.
Right.
You can love me, and you can't come to me and have a conversation because I won't validate what you're saying.
Right.
But you love me, and
right.
I love you.
Right.
And I can ask you, somebody can say, where y'all going in your relationship? And you can say, I have no clue. But I love him, though.
Oh, my God. So love has nothing to do with a relationship? So
you don't build your relationship on love.
Oh, you don't build it on love. Oh, my goodness. So, okay. No, we got to really talk about this because
nobody who gets hurt in a relationship say, man, you broke my love. No, you broke my trust.
But we do say you broke my heart. Doesn't your heart signify the love in a relationship?
Your heart?
Yeah.
You ain't trusting with your heart. You love with your heart.
Yeah.
You trust with your mind.
Right. That's true.
You can be in a relationship and not love that person.
I completely agree with you.
But you and that person can be the most successful couple in this world if y'all trust each other. You got to trust each other financially.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be broken. You got to trust each other physically.
Mm-hmm.
You can't put hurtful hands on me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can't use the same hands to beat me that you use to love me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That ain't gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take away what I'm feeling emotionally. I trust. The reason why individuals choose other individuals sometimes in relationships is because they don't trust their partner. Regardless of whether that's valid or not, they choose another conversation with someone else. Or they choose it with the bottle. They choose it with they choose something other than that individual.
Okay.
Because they trust that whatever it is going to give them what they need, and that's even if it needs an escape.
Okay. All right. So listen. Yeah. All right. Listen. So you're saying it's true. You can be in a relationship with someone and not love them.
Yes.
But you can trust them.
Yes.
But there's something missing from that emotional.
No one said the relationship was going to be successful.
Okay.
Can't put the two together.
Okay.
See, we start having these conversations.
Yeah.
People want to grasp what they know, but that ain't what we're talking about. I can be in a relationship with you and trust you, and we could be successful. But because I'm not loving you,
right,
it's not working.
It's not working. Okay.
it's not working.
Right.
And so you got to have the whole thing.
The whole package, yeah.
But there are people who can have the relationship and say, I can settle for this because I like you enough to do so. It's when I start disliking you, which is not even an emotion. That just basically means you ain't even worth nothing, a feeling at all. Now I need to separate yourself because, as people say, I just don't like them no more.
Right. Oh, wow.
And people have said it, but don't even understand the volume of that. Disliking somebody is much worse than hate.
Wow.
At least hate is an emotion.
Yeah, yeah. But like doesn't even. So you gotta like the person first. Do you have to like the person that you are with?
Why would you involve yourself with somebody that you don't like? You're looking for the benefits of whatever that person is. But if you do not like that person,
right,
then you may find reasons why you can't trust them.
Right.
And then you destroy your own house.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Through your imagination. So when you start talking about love and trust, you got to understand.
Yeah. Two different things.
But they both need to exist for you to be totally happy as relative.
Right.
But satisfied in what y'all trying to achieve.
Right.
Most people get together and they do not find what I call spiritual trust, which is the purpose of your relationship. Relationships are built on 5 foundational pieces. It's just my own thought process.
Talk to me.
The first one is physical trust.
Physical trust.
Physical trust means once I meet you, you ain't gonna beat the crap out of me.
Right.
Okay. Physical trust, financial trust,
right,
money.
Right.
You're not doing nothing wrong with my money. I'm not doing nothing wrong with yours.
Okay.
But when you get into emotional trust, and I go to share my feelings with you,
yeah,
and I share things that you could use against me to hurt me again,
yeah,
and you choose not to,
yeah,
and the more that you allow me to come into your world and share what's going on within me, then my trust for you builds.
Yes.
And you become a closer somebody.
Yeah.
So you become my somebody even more so.
Yeah.
And then when you allow me to share my thoughts process with you mentally, and you validate what I'm saying, and you don't tell me I'm crazy or I shouldn't think like that or you getting it wrong, but you hear me out in a conversation.
Yeah.
You're building my trust
in you. Right.
And now here we are together, got these little ones running around here, 2 or 3 years old, and I ask you, what is the purpose of our relationship? And you tell me, what do you mean? Well, wait a minute. We on this life together.
Together, yeah.
And you don't know where we going?
Right, right.
We need purpose. And we ain't talking religion.
Right, right.
What's the blueprint?
Right. Where are we
going?
going?
What did you envision when you saw me?
Yeah, yeah. Now, is this a man thing or a woman thing?
No, it's a woman thing because I can't build my relationship without you.
Right, right. So does the woman need to have the vision or does the man need to have the vision? Or is it something?
We create a vision.
Okay.
Because I can't, if I do my vision
right,
of what my world is supposed to look like,
yeah,
then you're just something extra in it. You're not a foundational piece.
I'm not a part of it.
You're optional. When there's a lot of men and women who go into, it's just like when you building something, you go, nah, I don't want that rain. I don't want that stove. Like, I'm just going to replace you.
Oh, my God.
But if you foundational,
yeah,
you're not easily removed. And sadly, a lot of people move in non-foundational ways with the people they're supposed to be foundational with.
Right, right, right.
And that's why the thing don't work. So when you bring your vision of what your life would like to look like in the future, and then I bring mine, then we have to figure out how do we do this together.
And do it right.
How do we build this together? Because if we talk about it early enough in our beginning, when we get to our middle, we can look back and say, how are we doing?
Yeah, yeah.
And then when we get to our end, we can say, job well done.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
But if we don't go together doing this, then we're going to end up with a mess.
Yeah, it's not going to work. How soon can you determine if someone is, I don't know, right for you? How soon, how soon can you determine if a person is the right one?
I don't think you get to just determine.
Okay.
So when you engaging with someone,
Yeah.
are you taking the time, first of all, to know who you are?
Right.
To see if you are in a space to where you're able to share who you are with this person.
Right.
And deal with whatever inadequacies they may have. And are you going to be able to respond to their negatives, react to their negatives in an appropriate manner so this relationship can continue?
Mm.
That's male and female, whatever and whatever. That's just how it goes. All
So
right.
each person have inadequacies. Everybody has inadequacies.
And so how are we approaching that? How are
Right.
we talking? How are we communicating?
Right. The
In the
communication.
very beginning. And so when you start talking, because we can say, well, we just going to be friends.
Yeah.
Well, what does that friendship look like?
Okay.
Because I think we blueprinting this thing out. Because we could put a blueprint together to be together forever, whatever forever is.
Right.
Or we can do a blueprint just to be friends.
Yeah.
But we need to be discussing what we're doing.
So communication is important.
We talk all the time. We just don't talk enough. And then we don't want to say anything and withhold stuff because we don't want that person not to be in our sight, and we don't want them not to talk to us. So therefore we go through all these different things until we hooked up with this person. Then we angry for them being who we allowed them to be in our lives for all these many months and years.
Right.
And they want to hit them with you always. Well, that's because you always allowed me to be.
That's true. So whatever we allow some person to do, right? That's on us.
It's all on us. First of all,
yeah.
Why are you accepting love that you don't want?
Yeah.
Why are you accepting the attitude and behavior that you don't want?
Right.
It's your life. Be bold enough to say, look, you're not loving me the right way. I can't deal with you. I don't care who you are, what you got, and what you've done for me. But if it's not the right way, you can't be with me.
Oh my God.
That's what that is.
So that comes with self-worth. That comes with self-worth, self-love, self-esteem. Because if you don't know yourself.
So here's my thing.
Okay.
Why we got to put all them extra suffixes on the end there? Why we just can't say self?
Self, okay.
That ain't right for me.
Right.
I'm good. I don't need to go through no whole dictionary of reasons of worth and esteem. I don't need to give you all of that.
Right.
I'm just not taking that. Either you're going to love me the way I need to be loved, or you're not going to get the opportunity to love me at all. Okay. Are
we hearing this? This is crazy. Either you're going to love me the way I want you to love me, or just don't come near my dwelling.
No, we good.
That's it. Okay.
The problem is people don't want to, what I call, look at the face of disappointment. People love each other or try to love somebody that they don't want to be with anymore. I didn't want to take our relationship beyond friends. This is not what I wanted. Yeah, you look good, you look great, but I just wanted to be your friend.
Right.
Because I'm not prepared mentally to share my life with you.
Right.
But if I tell you that, now you're going to tell me that don't mess with me at all. And so you're not accepting my truth, that I'm just not ready yet. And so now we're in the situation, I begin to act differently. Now you say, I lied to you. But I remember years ago when I told you I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And you chose not to hear me.
Right.
You know, so that's one of those. And everybody don't mature in the same rate.
Yeah.
I got stuff inside of me that I might not share with you.
Yeah.
That goes back to the trust piece.
The trust piece, yeah. But you see, we as women, like, I'm going to use myself for an example. We would see somebody that we can see a future with, right? We see them, we see a future with them. Spiritually, you can see yourself there. That person has the goals and the dreams that you have as well. And it's like, okay, so why isn't this coming together the way it's supposed to be?
You see that future. You didn't say he saw.
Okay. So that, so I have that.
I mean, like he didn't have a choice in the matter. I chose you, so now we just gonna run off. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I really don't want to go. You have no choice in the matter.
Mixed signals though. That the person says
There's no such thing as mixed signals.
Okay.
Open your mouth,
Right,
and say what you want.
okay,
Open your mouth and say what you think this could be.
right,
Give
right,
him the opportunity to
right.
say no.
No, okay.
And I would tell a dude the same thing. Dude, how you gonna have all these dreams, aspirations for someone that you ain't even telling what you? How you know that girl want to have kids in the begin with? You talking about we gonna have 3 kids? Have you told her she gonna have 3 kids?
Oh my God, we do this all the time, though. We do this all the time. We put our expectations on somebody
why
else.
are you doing this? What's the purpose of that?
Oh my God.
And now you upset because it didn't turn out the way you want, and now something's wrong with them.
Mm-hmm.
No, you chose not to share. You didn't take your blueprint for your life and say, "Look, this is what I'm trying to build.
Right.
Let me see yours."
Right.
Now, based upon what I'm looking at, what you're looking at, we might need to get some help
Mm-hmm.
and have us reorganize these schematics and see if we can do something else. We might have to go back to the architect and get him to redo this thing based upon what I want for my life.
Right.
And I'm going to say it this way. So if your architect is in the heavens above, then you say, look here, master designer, can you redo what I'm trying to do? And so we can make this work.
Right.
But that
Absolutely.
ain't what we doing.
That's true. That's
Design
true.
our own lives,
Yeah.
and we just go with it.
We go with it. So we got to talk to God and say, okay, God, look, take control of this one.
Just help me.
Just help me.
Well, just show me, allow me, give me the strength and the courage to be truthful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just let me be truthful about what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
If I'm truthful about what I'm feeling,
Yeah.
and I present what I'm feeling properly,
Yeah.
if I use the right tone,
Yeah.
the right intensity, and the right volume,
Right.
so I can speak to how she or he hears, then maybe we can reach an understanding. We can figure out where we're going to go.
Yeah.
But that's not what we choose to do.
Right. Do you think the other person may think that as pressure coming, just being you and saying, okay, look, this is how I'm feeling? Because, nowadays it's all games. It's like...
Well, it really depends on what that person might have experienced. So everybody's different.
Right.
And so you have to approach it. You meet somebody new, you're having conversations. Once you get past what's your favorite color and your favorite movie and what music you like to listen to,
right.
and you start digging into, what does hurt feel like to you?
Mm-hmm.
What is disappointment to you? How did you handle your most angriest moment?
Mm-hmm.
You start digging into who that person is.
Yeah.
And finding that information out.
Right.
And then they're doing the same to you. Then you can determine whether you want to deal with this or not.
Right.
And grow this way or not.
Right.
Because some people may have stuff that's still attached to them that you just really can't be a part of because you're not equipped.
Right.
And it's like when people talk about, well, I saw the red flags. No, you didn't see no red flag. That's a stop sign.
It's true.
You just kept...
You just kept going?
Just kept going.
You completely ignored the stop sign.
That's a stop sign. Ain't no, I saw a red flag. Most traffic laws, red means stop.
Yeah.
So you stop and you talk about it. You adjust your life to say, can we go further? Can we go further with this?
Yeah.
And then, honestly, you look for changes. And there has to be a time limit on grace.
Yeah.
There's levels of grace, and Sometimes levels of grace means I'm going to be in this and we're going to make this thing work.
Right.
And then there might be that level of grace where it says, I can't go no further with you here.
Mm.
We got to part our ways.
Right, right.
It's painful, but you're not going to become what I need.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that can be hurtful.
Wow, wow. And most of the times we know in the very beginning, you know.
We know in the very beginning, but because we don't want to be alone.
Yes.
We don't want to feel the pain of rejection again.
Yes.
Or feel like it didn't work, or we didn't do enough.
Right.
Or we could have loved them more. We could have cared for them more.
Yeah.
We could have, but the bottom line, you could not have done anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they are the ones who needed to work on themselves, fix whatever they had to fix, deal with whatever they had to deal with. And it's a choice.
Yeah, yeah. My God, that is crazy. So you as a licensed mental health clinician, how would you say your style of therapy is?
I never named it, but other people have. They call me practical.
Okay.
And so I'm not overly clinical. I'm not one of these individuals who can just do these assessments, and because that's not who I am. And so when I try to lean that way, individuals who are in this business with much more experience than I, they tell me, just be you.
Yeah.
And let people gravitate to you.
Right.
And that has worked for me.
Yeah.
I stay in my lane.
Okay. That's good.
I stay in my lane. I tell people the way I'm talking to you now.
Yeah.
If you sit in front of me in therapy, this is how we're going to talk.
Right.
I mean, I'm a little bit more, because I'm having this, I'm a little bit more upright now.
Yeah.
I lounge when I talk. It's just a conversation.
It's just a conversation.
We don't even have to be in the office. We can walk around a building. We go get something to eat.
Yeah.
We can. It's just a conversation. And so sometimes when people enter certain offices, they go with this conception of what it is. And so I tell a lot of people, if you already had some type of therapy, you've already been in a space, this, not that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, you are different, I must say.
Yeah,
Yeah. I actually love your style of therapy.
Yeah, I'm just practical.
You're practical.
But that's not a theory yet.
Right.
We're working on it.
Okay, so biggest question. When you are not a therapist, how do you spend your time?
I like the gym.
Okay.
I sing. I have a radio in my head.
Oh, you can sing. You wanna
not
give us a note?
We're not giving no notes.
You wanna do a duet or something?
No, we're not doing no music. But like the radio just plays. It plays different instruments, different sounds.
Wait, do you write? Do you write music?
I write lyrics.
You write lyrics?
I write lyrics.
Okay.
I can wake up in the middle of the night and I will write. And this, I have a notebook. I've actually had some stuff copywritten. I was going to do some songwriting stuff. I always wanted to be a singer, but I always wanted to be that for the wrong reason, chasing women.
Right. But
I figured if I could play a piano and sing, Brian McKnight type, a little bit, I was like dangerous. But
this might be your, chance to show the world.
No. If the world want to see me, just come sit and talk to me, and we'll see that. But the singing thing is, we come from a family of singers. Family, that's what they did. And I like to sing.
I tried to sing.
I just like right now, in this stage of life, I love my grandchildren. I have 9 grandchildren.
That's amazing.
So I get to spend a lot of time with them.
Okay.
And that's the most important part, is just enjoying this opportunity of life, not looking back. I spend a lot of time saying what I could have done better.
Yeah.
But sometimes I have to remember, if I would have done it better back then, I would not be here.
That's right.
And so when I think about it that way, it makes it easier to look back at the historical pieces where I was not my best. And those are things that I learned. Yeah. That's the one thing, too, when we talked about the 85-year-old me. The difference between the 85-year-old me and the 25-year-old me is 50 years of knowledge and wisdom. And that's an important part of life.
That's right. That's
and
right.
So sometimes when we are between that ages of 18 and 25 and 30,
yeah,
we think we know so much. But when we actually look at it and say, scientists say the adult age is 25. A lot of people think they know so much about the world are only 1 or 2 years old adult. You're 26, you're 27, you're 28.
Yeah, okay.
But when you're talking to an 85-year-old man,
yeah,
he has 50 years
of adulthood, pure wisdom.
Yeah, so that's a lot of life.
That's right.
For someone that age, 55, that's a lot of life. 55 plus years.
Yeah.
You can learn a lot from just listening.
Yeah.
And even if you know that much, you can always learn more.
That's right. And
so I deal with a group called Black Male Therapists. Most of those young men are young enough to be my sons. They've been in this profession longer than I have.
Wow.
They're the most knowledgeable young men, and I do more listening to them because they can feed into who I'm becoming.
Right.
I got 3 years in this professionally.
Right.
Now, yes, I've been talking all my life.
Yeah.
But to glean what they're giving me is invaluable.
Right.
Because that's experience talking.
Awesome.
And so that's just how I try to live my life.
That's amazing. Well, John, it was really nice to have you here on my show. It's truly a pleasure. I have learned so much in this, hour? 45 minutes? Yeah. And, given the people, I want you to just give one word to the audience. If you were to encourage the younger generation as it relates to mental health, what would you tell them? Well, just
I could say this.
Yes.
Become. And what that means is where you currently are is not the end of your destination. Become. Change is a back and forth. A transformation is a sustained change. A metamorphosis is a becoming. Caterpillars become butterflies.
Right.
And they cannot return to what they once were.
Oh, my God.
So I would ask anybody who's listening to stay on your journey to become. And as a human, you never, ever finish becoming until you close your eyes and you rest. So keep becoming.
Amen. I want to thank Mr. John Goodwin for coming. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. And I am going to say to you guys, please join me again here on the Keisha Parris Show. God bless you.